Today, I have something insanely fun for you. I have a recent champagne discovery. Seriously. So what I what it was is I had one of these bottles about a week or two ago with some friends and was so blown away by it that I thought, oh my God, I need to literally put together as much of the lineup as possible and do a video for you guys. The producer that we're talking about today is a really small one called Rousseaux-Batteux. Super new to me. It turns out they've been making wine since the 1800s, or no, I'm sorry, 1700s. They've been making wine for a long time, but really it's been since 2014 when their current winemaker took over that they've really ramped things up. Focus on doing Pinot Noir and parcel and vineyard specific wines. I'm actually starting off and I'm going to be using a Pinot Noir stem for this. Why? What really got me about this was just the aromatics and the balance. Really, flutes to me sort of mute aromatics in champagne, and so many fantastic producers are really focusing on making wines that please to wine lovers, that taking champagne past its sort of normal celebratory thing and really making it something serious. So that's why I'm going to be using the Pinot Noir stem. They principally use Pinot Noir as their grape in Vertzenay, so it should work, right? I think it will. We're kicking things off with the Blanc de Noir. This is their non-vintage. It is 50% from the 2020 vintage and 50% from the 2019 vintage. And this is their most affordable wine. This was like around $70. I will warn you guys, these aren't cheap wines, but this is a producer that's doing things really small and painstaking. These things sometimes cost more. Let me give this a smell. Ooh. This is just really tickling my nostrils in all the good ways already. There's this really nice berry flavors, biscuits and brioche, some Meyer lemons, like a bit of vanilla and cinnamon sticks. Really, really expressive. And this is also why I wanted to use this glass, is I just wanted to take in the aromatics. Came in with some high expectations, and we're really starting at about an 8, which is only 2 more points to go, right? Let's get right into this. That's beautiful. Silky and elegant across the palate. Excellent acidity. That's a complete wine. This is seriously something to look out for, guys. We're getting into the fall and the champagne season, and this is really a great time for people to just branch out and try some of these new producers, especially producers like this that are doing some really cool stuff. That's a knockout, especially for the value. I mean, just so well made, so elegant, really speaking to me what I love about Pinot Noir in Champagne. That's just the regular Blanc de Noir. We are off to a great start. Now the second wine is from Vertzenay. Is the Les Chauffour vineyard. I probably butchered that. This is a Brut Nature, and what that means is there is no sugar added into the dosage. Now, generally, dosage is how you put sugar in to really balance out the flavors in champagne. This is from 2019, Brut Nature, single vineyard by Vertzenay. Let's give it a try. There's just a lot of freshness to this, a bit of a steeliness, and this real nice salinity I'm enjoying. These lovely nectarine kumquat, like red apples, quince, a bit of baking spice, and again, that cinnamon stick. I'm getting a lot of that. Just pristine is the word that keeps flashing in my mind as I smell this. So sometimes Brut Naturs can get really steely because you're not using that sugar to fill things out. I mean, look, if I had this blind, I'd be like, oh, that's a Brut Nature. Probably not. But I can feel on the palate that this is at a lower dosage. There's just not that richness on the palate that dosage sometimes brings. Um, but it doesn't have the sharp, jagged edges that sometimes Brut Natures can bring. It's really rounded and balanced, really sexy, and really elegant. I'm really liking this a lot. Now, I will say, if you're looking to age champagne, Brut Natures probably aren't the way to go. Look, this is a wine about immediacy and one you just really want to drink right now and enjoy the hell out of. We are on to the Le Mont. This is really what got me to dig into the producer. learn more. This is the wine that really got me going for it. It floats around $100, not cheap. But I think from what I tasted, it really delivered. Now I'm tasting it again for you guys and a little more, as I'm paying attention a bit better to it. And that expressiveness is just right there. I mean, this is just beautiful. Really seamless. There's this petrichor morning dew flavor that I'm really, really enjoying. A bit of raspberry, strawberry cream, and Meyer lemon, red apple, and quince. Just a bit of nougat and all these spring rose petals. Not in the white florals, not entirely red florals, that sort of in between, if you will. Let's give this a taste. So, I said this was the wine that knocked my socks off and got me to be like, I need to dig into this. It's doing it again. It is so doing it again. The seamlessness on the palate. We are clearly dealing with someone who isn't just making great champagne, he's making great wine. You cannot fake that palate feel. There's just a deftness, there's just an elegance, there's just a refinement that this is bringing, and it won't stop. It is so beautiful. The acidity is so integrated. This is a complete wine already. Just beautiful. Seriously, just beautiful. The thing, count me as a big fan. Right, now we are on to wine 4, Cuvée number 9, 2018, Milésime. This is their sort of premier bottle. If these last 3 have been as good as they have, I cannot wait to get into this. So let's do it. Really complex. It is a little tight. But there's real perfume nature to it all. A lot of those red berries, like that strawberry cream and raspberries, but also a lot of citrus and orchard fruits. That those red apples I keep noting. Meyer lemons, the quince, a little more baking spice, a bit more toast, brioche, nougaty flavors. Really, really beautiful. A lot of layers. This is a wine. So on the nose, it may not be showing as expressive as the previous 3, but there's a lot more stuff into it, right? To me, this is seeming a little more serious. Something that you need to sit down with and just take your time with. Let it tell you a story. Just spend some time with it. Coax it out. Enjoy it. Yeah. That's some serious stuff. I think this needs some aging. The first 3, raring to go right now. This, it's wound a little tight. It's wound a little tight. The way I would describe this is like a really good jazz quintet that's kind of just met each other and they haven't like gotten into like full Miles Davis, Wayne Shorter mode yet, where they know where each other's going and all that. It's there though, but you can tell that every piece that's working with is extremely high on the quality. It just needs a little time to come together, balance out, and figure out how to fully harmonize them. And once that happens, wah wah wee wah. I mean, just this. I can see where this is going. All right, so to end things, I'm going to the Rosé Saunier. Now, there's a couple ways to make rosé, but the way they are doing it is what's known as Saunier, which is bleed off. So you will generally get a darker wine, but also the nature of Saunier is when producers are doing it, each bottle can be a little different. It's not an exact science in the way that, like, say, like a direct press with a little bit of time on the skins can be. So this really has just a nice, lovely pink salmon color to it. So it's not as deep red as some Sauniers can be. And really, look, color when it comes to rosé has no meaning whatsoever other than how much time it's spent on the skins. Let's give this a go. Ooh, yeah. So I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you a better tasting note than just ooh yeah. But I love the red fruits on this. Really leans into it. That strawberry note that I've gotten on the last three is really coming through. Uh, there's more of a darker citrus. How do I explain that one? Uh, it's not Meyer lemon. It's not pear. Maybe it's more in the orchard fruit, but I don't want to go as simple as apple. Something I can't really put my finger on. Bit of toast though. This slight estery flavor that I really like. Rose petals for days. I mean, this kind of florals on this kind of like make me think of Alice in Wonderland. It's one of those things where I just or like roses, so many roses. Like after Homer Simpson just dove through a field of roses. If you know that reference, be sure to drop a heart down in the comments, people. I know sometimes I will throw out some 90s references, and I was a big Simpsons fan. So this is me in a very happy spot at the moment. A lot of complexity. Yeah, there's this real nice blood orange flavor. Bit of lemon peel. Not really lemony though. Those apples, those citrus flavors, lovely florals. You got those nice autolytics of like biscuit, toast, but nothing too creamy. It's not in brioche. It's more in the toast. I hope this is making sense. It's one of those things. Sometimes it's really hard to fully describe what's going on in the glass when so much is going on in the glass, and a hell of a lot is going on here. Yeah, yeah, that's really freaking good. Again, the elegance on the palate for this. That's what's striking me most about Rousseaux-Batteux. There's very few producers that are able to coax out this feel in champagne. And those few that have figured that out, they've really shot up in price. These aren't cheap. There's not a lot of these to be found, but please go and search this producer out. Is a producer I can see getting really hot. So enjoy it while you can. I just love champagne. And I hope you guys have learned something today. I mean, this producer, for me, fantastic. Search it out. Be sure to hit that like button. Absolutely be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's drink some champagne. Cheers.